a spirit is coming out, and once you see the spirits, or once you see according to, then the person is gone, is dead.
Is there proof? So that's,
I think there's a proof. According to stories.
according to story,
But not video proofs.
that's not true.
It's proof now. There's a proof. They used to practice it.
Yeah, that's it.
If the spirit come out and you see
Not a spirit, like masquerades.
the mask will come out,
Yeah.
and you see it,
Yeah.
you die like that.
Not that
That is
die.
if the mask is striking you with a knife or something.
Yeah.
But it's a lie.
Even in Ebola, no, it's true.
It's not that you
Let me,
die.
let me, do you see everything? You
No,
just came to the world how many years ago?
but it's not.
We all worship the same God, but in different forms.
I believe steadfastly that we all worship the same God. The origin of religion, it came from one God. I want to give you example from my ordinal tradition. The ordinal tradition came from Eri. Eri is the fifth son of Gad. Gad is the son of Jacob. Then Eri now left his abode and now came to Nigeria. He settled in Anambra State, Umuleri and Aguleri, and Eri. He now spread to all everything you know as South is Igbo-speaking nation. So this guy started from these people you call your patriarch, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Then he now deviated to Eri. So if you look at the Islam religion, if you read their books, you now understand that they have Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Ishmael. I don't know how Ishmael came out. I think it's from Jacob. So Ishmael came out from there. You understand? So if you see now the Christian religion, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, then everyone started. You understand? So all of us came from the same lineage, but our problem is that our fanaticism and extremism and want to be the ones that the world should follow is the problem. You know why I didn't want to say that Omenala is the genuine religion? It's because it's peculiar to Igbo people. If you're not an Igbo person, you cannot do Omenala very well.
Before Christianity came, our people have always have a supreme being that they reverence, that they worship, and that's also helps to put their conscience in check. Because of that, I want to believe that the word God to them means anything that they reverence, anything that they submit to in terms of being accountable to something.
Okay, but do you think that same God that they are trying to have a regard for is the same God that Christians also worship?
It could be the same God. It could be the same God, but our knowledge of God then was limited to a superior being that we do not see. And even in Christianity, we still honor and worship a superior being. We do not see. So that's why I said yes. I might want to agree with them.
There's this common fact that we all have in common, which is we believe that there's something higher.
Okay.
Something supreme.
Superior.
Yeah.
It's a superior being.
Even though we are not seeing it.
Even though we are not seeing it.
Yeah.
But we have
different
approach of religion in the world. But when you look at Christianity and Islam, there's some similarity of the origin of their supreme being from both the scripture and their Quran.
Okay.
We look at it from the beginning.
Sorry. You said that they highlight the origin of the supreme being or the origin of the religion that they are practicing.
Okay, let's say the origin of the religion they are practicing, and it links to as if it's the same God that we are worshipping, but in a different approach.
One of the major problems is that many Christians are acquainted with the Bible. Most Christians have not read any other religious book apart from the Bible. And when you read the Bible, it gives you the idea that even though there are many ways, that the only way is Christianity, which is through Jesus Christ. When Christians also refer Christ to as God, I've watched a lot of videos about it, where some people are agreeing to the idea that Christ is God, and other people are agreeing to that Christ is the Son of God, making him not to be God. So do you think that Christ is God?
Okay, I'll respond in this manner. God is one, not have two or three God. Okay. God is one, but work in a three-dimensional way. Okay. So God work in a three-dimensional way. Number one, which he work as the Holy Spirit. Two, he work as the Son and God the Father. Okay. So these are the three-dimensional way. So when you look at the Son now, do you have two sons or three sons? Just be strong. Me? The sun that radiates energy. Okay. You have one. You have one sun. Yeah. Now that sun now, it radiates light to the day. Yeah. It's the same sun. Yeah. The same sun produce heat. Okay. And there's a substance which is a sun that the heat emanates from and the light comes from. Okay. How many do you have? It's not sun. Yeah. But it's manifests in different ways. So that's the analogy or the philosophy of Trinity in Christianity. Okay. So God is one but works in different ways. So when we say Jesus Christ is the Son of God or is God, we are trying to invariably say that it is one. Okay. But I work in three-dimensional way. Because the person of Christ came in the person of God to fulfill God's purpose. Okay, this is the most important part of this conversation. Yeah, because most of the arguments around Christianity and traditional religion is that traditional religion, most times, especially during the olden days, encouraged the sacrifice of human beings. But let's watch.
African traditional religions encourages ritual killings, which is bad.
There's something called Oro in Yoruba land. Oro means something, a spirit is coming out and wants to see the spirits or wants to see according to, then the person is gone, is dead. And
I think that's the proof. According to stories.
According to story.
But not video proofs.
That's not true.
It's proof now. There's a proof. They used to practice it.
Yeah, that's it.
If the spirit come out and you see
not a spirit, like masquerade.
Really must come out.
Yeah.
And you see it.
Yeah.
You die like that.
Not
that is the mask is striking you with a knife or something.
Yeah.
Or is it like
even in Igbo land, no, it's true.
It's not that you die.
Have you seen it? Yeah, no, do you see everything? You just came to the world how many years ago?
But it's in all this section.
No, you're talking about
I understand what you saying.
No, I want to understand what you said.
What I'm saying now
can we experiment?
Is there a physical proof that
if that
person? But because what I believe personally is that person cannot die just because he saw a masquerade.
No,
the people behind the masquerade
might strike the person.
No, they don't. Now let me explain. No, see, sometimes it happens.
How?
Now, I want to tell you that. Listen. Now, you don't really. I want to start by saying that sometimes you don't see everything, right? Before you believe. Okay? Except you want to die for some things that you are not supposed to die for. Okay? And because we have Christianity and we're practicing all of this, does not mean that there were no practices before now. Yeah. All right. So I will take a clue from where I come from. I know that from where I come from, there were times, in fact, you call them the dark days. All right. When even masquerade, as a woman, you are not expected to see a masquerade, right? Okay. When a masquerade comes out, if you see that masquerade, you die.
Immediately. I'm coming. Tales. Did you see?
You see what he's calling it?
There were stories.
Did you see somebody who died?
Do
you know somebody who died personally from just because?
No, you go to your village and ask questions now.
They also tell you.
No, but these people saw it before because
they say they saw it.
Is that
they say that they heard.
I want you to understand something.
Yes.
In America, they normally call it media propaganda. That was our own media propaganda.
They attempt you to protect their culture.
Personally, I am not disputing the fact that it happens entirely. But before we can say that this thing happens, we should have a fact that it happens.
I'm trying to find something that I know that you have not seen, but it happens. I'm just trying to find a scenario. But the truth is that, no matter how you want to look at it,
we're not trying to dispute it entirely. We're just trying to say,
have I seen where it happened?
No, I'm trying to say now, if you ask me, I'm one of the people who do not believe that humans have landed on the moon before. You get?
No, you don't believe?
Yeah, I'm one of the people who do not believe entirely.
But do you believe that?
Yes, science made it possible.
Science made it possible. Have you seen anybody that gone to the moon?
There are videos of Apollo
Apollo
mission.
those videos can be manufactured.
Yes, now it can be manufactured. It could have been done anywhere.
But this
could have been edited.
My point. I'm coming.
I am made public now. Yes, now. So you believe it. You see, the fact that we choose to believe what we want to believe. No, we choose to believe what we want to believe.
Technology made
That is the truth. If you come to the traditional religion, they are telling you that there are some things that has happened. See, the fact that Christianity has abolished.
No, what I'm saying is that because we made the African tradition here. We made the African tradition, they're still practicing it here. But they have been saying this, and we passing the story from one generation to another generation. But we are yet to see it, and they're still practicing the same religion.
Because it has been abolished. And what is the word abolished? Means that they are no longer practicing.
Some places are still practicing
abolished. Some of the practices might have been stopped.
Now, let me give you a scenario now. It just happened recently in Osuka when some masquerade came out in Osuka during their festival or this thing.
Osuka, Enugu State.
Enugu State, yeah. So, and there's this known for that ladies should not be around or should see when a masquerade is coming out. Yeah. So when a lady was there and they told her to go, she doesn't want to go. They said that she's going to work. That why would she go and stay at her home when people are doing masquerade and that she needs to go and attend to a patient at the hospital? They beat her up. In the time that there were no technology to spread the news now, maybe in that process of beating, she could have died. Yeah. And they will not spread the rumor or the story that she came out when she saw meant to come out and see masquerade and she died. You see?
Okay.
So what I was trying to say when I mentioned about moon landing was that even though I might not completely believe, because I've not gone to the moon before, I've not landed on the moon, videos can be made up. But there are practical proofs or evidences of what that moon landing has brought to us. Like it was because of them trying to come up with things that will help them land on the moon that we have so many technologies that we have today. So when we are talking about our own history, we also need to look at it scientifically and know how it will help us improve our lives.
But what I see there is that what they're trying to do about our old days father, like our forefathers,
is just to
instigate fear and protect our tradition.
Yeah. No, I do.
Anyways, that's just.
So why should a religion come to take another person's life just for sacrifice?
I'm bringing this to light to the Christians so that they can best understand this fact. When Jesus was given birth to, you remember, his head was called for by Herod.
Herod, yes.
The king, or let's say
Yes, that he killed so many firstborns.
Could you believe? Okay, now, how do you justify, in that case, how do you justify to me that those children from how many months to 5 years that were wiped out?
I don't think you are answering the question.
They were wiped out from the history that there weren't a sacrifice that was made on one person's cost.
From Genesis, we saw that God had a plan. Yeah. We saw that the plan of God was, when he created man, there was a plan to have a relationship with man. So that plan was subverted because
by who?
By, of course, the devil. The devil came to the garden. There was manipulation. We read that in Genesis. Okay. You can still go back to that. And God trying to, just like every other businessman, you have a business. You know why you know what you wanted to achieve with this business.
Yeah.
All right. So, and God, thinking in that direction, wanted to also bring back or restore man to himself, to salvage that plan he had. There was need for Jesus to come into the scene. Satan was also working. He was not sleeping. So he also wanted to sabotage that plan. Okay. That was why we have that killing. All right.
Wait. I'm coming. You just mentioned God and you mentioned Satan. So who did the killing, God or Satan? Well, because initially you said that as a businessman, that if your business is not working fine, you have to do something so that you will, for the greater good.
Yes.
So was it God? Because from your explanation, he is the person who originated this business of having a relationship with humanity. So was it now him that made the sacrifice that those children?
The devil trying to sabotage God's plan.
Yeah.
Had to, initiate the killing of those children.
Okay, it was the devil that
initiated this killing. So whether you call it a sacrifice.
God did not initiate any killing there.
Yes, God did not. It was not God's idea for the children to be killed.
Okay.
Right? But what I'm saying is that even when we look at it, even when we want to look at it, and we said that even God had the right to even save those children. Because that would be another argument.
Evil nature of man that led to the killing of these innocent.
Not man, actually. It was even devil walking through Herod that killed man. Because when you look at it from Genesis and you follow the story down to when the children was killed, you will discover that there has always been
a way to
sabotage God's plan.
The question is, if God already knew that this thing was going to happen, why did he not avert it? He had the power to, right?
Yes.
He had the power to avert it. Because if Christ was also there that night, Christ also would have been killed. But he chose, because it's not as if I'm supporting these people.
Yes.
Yeah. But the idea is this.
Was it only Christ that escaped to Egypt that period?
According to what you read in the Bible.
There might be possibility that others.
It's not that we are according to your words. It was not recorded in the scriptures. So we are dealing with what was recorded in the scriptures. And remember, that killing in itself would not have happened if Christ was not born in the first place.
That's what I'm saying. How are you sure that killing wouldn't have even happened if Christ were not born? If Christ were not born, that is number one. That's number one. Anything could have also triggered that killing, right?
Like what?
Any other thing could have triggered the killing. There could be a massive abuse.
There could be a death of another child.
There could be a child that is not even Christ.
There's a prophecy over this child, and everyone will not think that this is a prophecy that
this is Jesus Christ.
So
there could be any other thing that could have warranted a massive killing of those children.
Like recorded in the scripture?
No, I'm not saying recorded in the scripture. No, you are saying that it was because of the...
we read in the scriptures that it was because...
Which?
In the scriptures that...
Are we to read that place?
Let's go look for that place.
No,
okay, but let's follow your line of thoughts. Okay, continue.
It was because of the birth of Christ.
Mm-hmm.
And God coming down, knowing that if Christ was not saved, then he would die. So he now reached out to the parents and told them to escape. So people, just like this guy's argument, it's just like a kind of being partial. Your actions brought these consequences upon these people. So why are you now saving the only person who you care about?
You see, one of the things I've always also said is that sometimes the way God acts, we also have to understand that might be completely different from how we think. His thought is higher above our thoughts, and his ways are higher above our ways. So that also establishes the fact that there are some actions that God would take. If you want to sit down to think about it in the human context, they may not completely make sense. The idea is that at the end of the day, the salvation of man, which is the goal, was accomplished.
Okay,
all right. So I think that was what God was trying to accomplish with the whole scenario that played out in
that night.
So my position in this situation is this: one, true African traditional religion encourages sacrifice, human sacrifice. In everything, there is a good way and there is a bad way. Mm-hmm. When you kill people out of their will, is wrong. But when you kill people in their will, is right. It happened in the Bible. You remember Jairus? When he said that if he goes to war and come back, there any person that came, when he came back, the daughter said, please do what you want to do. Kill me. Have you seen that killing is not wrong? Because that guy opted to the killing. That's what Jesus Christ did, your Jesus Christ. He said, kill me for this people.
It's a lie. It's a lie. What did Jesus say that?
According to what? No.
Jesus is shy there.
No. Listen to what he's saying. He is saying that according to what he said, that human sacrifice is right. If the person says, okay, I want to be sacrificed, but it is wrong if the person does not opt into.
But God did not make sacrifice. This kind of was not made by God.
We are not talking about the kids again. We're talking about Christ dying. Okay. That was why he said that Christ came and said, okay, kill me for these people. So should we now, because Jesus, even though he is God, opted to be killed as a human being. It was a human sacrifice. So should we now, because Christians sacrifice Christ, and also justify other forms of human sacrifice?
No, I don't think that. I don't think that.
Because that's what it's saying, based on this argument.
Okay, I don't think that Christians support human sacrifice. I do not think that Christians support human sacrifice.
But the bedrock of Christianity is on sacrifice.
Yes, it was instituted on the death of Christ.
Which is sacrifice of Christ.
Yes, which is the sacrifice of Christ. But if you look at it from the time when Jesus died and rose, and you go through Christianity, there was no other sacrifice. Okay. So that sacrifice was symbolic because God wanted it as a reference point for the restoration or the salvation of man. All right. So we cannot come and say that Christianity supports sacrifice. Okay. Because one sacrifice has been done, and that is enough.
Okay.
And after that sacrifice, there was no place in the Bible.
No, there was no need for the sacrifice.
I think there's
undergo sacrifice to get to God.
Would you refer, or would you say that Christianity is the best religion?
Like the fact that you said, would I say?
Yeah.
So it means my opinion.
Yeah.
All right. So yes, I would say that Christianity is the best religion. And I would say that Christianity is the religion every other person should adopt. Okay. Reason being that when you look at even the practice of Christianity, you see that it's in alignment with even the
morality,
the human morality, the human value. What are we even advocating in Christianity? Do not kill. Do not do this. And these things are what, if you do, it keeps a society in sin. Okay. All right? It makes for a sane society.
Christianity is like a family, founded by the love of Christ. It's the best family to be. Well, love is our language. We share that our language.
You are advertising Christianity. You're advertising Christianity.
Just say why you think Christianity is the best religion. I think it's the best religion.
I'm saying it's the best religion. Christianity is the best practice or the best lifestyle. In the sense that that's the place you can find genuine love. So, what I've experienced so far as a Christian, I will say that I would love everyone to become a Christian. Because it would be Christianity.
Is that even possible?
It is possible now. Because of the fact that there are so many advantages to being a Christian.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay, continue.
So in Christianity, there's unconditional love, reckless love. Christianity has helped the society to deviate from evil practices, crimes, just reduce. It has not reduced any crime. Because there's a crime in America and it's increasing every day.
They are gradually abandoning Christianity.
Yeah,
so that's probably why. Yeah. If you ask me, I would love to deviate a little bit. Yeah, because I think there are numerous religions on earth, and I don't think most of these religions preach war. But personally, I think we should just learn how to do good. Yeah, if you are a Christian, be a good Christian. Don't just be the ones that go to church. Yeah, because the truth of the matter is that if Christians are actually Christians, the world will be a better place. But the problem is that Christians are not even Christians and they are advocating for Christianity. Thank you for watching. I know this has been a very long conversation, but whatever it is you learned from this conversation, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please follow this page. Don't forget to share this video. Till I come your way again, P for peace.